And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Steven. This is my first video shot with my new cell phone. I don't know if the quality of the video is any different. I don't know if you want to actually see me any clearer with this face at this age and, well, with this face. But here we are with my new cell phone. I finally have it set up. Let's see what's going on. It's been a great day. Lovely morning with the cats. Hung out, cuddled. Buddy was extra special. Eleanor, she was a little skittish this morning because Buddy really wanted some attention, but whatever. Went to my meeting. We talked about fear. Fear is an influence in all of our lives, and it really is insidious. It creeps into pretty much every decision I make, but talk about fear and how we can overcome it. And then I swung by Walmart. I picked up some soup because I was here buying some packing materials. I just grabbed some quick soup to throw in my bag. I like to have a can or two of emergency soup in my suitcase just in case I run out of food or I didn't bring my food or blah, blah, blah. And now I'm going to swing into Bank of America right behind me for a stack of singles. I almost said a stack of 50s. I wish. I like to have, at least periodically, I'll swing in and grab a stack of singles so I can have money to tip van drivers, to tip housekeeping staff, and also to tip any wait staff at any of the restaurants if I have a meal. Like in Newark, for example, you know, we get a free breakfast. It's unbelievable. The wait staff actually does work. So I like to be able to have some money so I can tip them. And there's always a crew member who doesn't have $1 or $2. So it's nice to have a bunch of singles. Blah, blah, blah. Let me get into the bank, grab some money, and then I'm going to go home, grab something to eat, something real quick. And I still have to pack up those two things that sold. The necktie, that has to be in the mail tonight. And then I sold that Pewabic pottery trivet, and that has to be out by the 20th, but I have to get it in the mail tonight. Oh, let me show you that piece of Pewabic pottery. I mentioned Pewabic, is that it? I mentioned the other day. Someone sent this to me, and I just love it, and I have to show it to you. Here it is. It's a little kitty cat with a ball of yarn, and you can see it's signed by Pewabic Pottery in the back. And I honestly forgot who. If you're watching this and you are the person that sent this to me, please remind me who you are. It's a beautiful little piece of pottery, and it makes me think of Claire, mostly because of the color. And I think that's why that person sent that to me. But I just love this piece. I'm sure it's meant to be a Christmas ornament to put in the tree, but I keep it in the car because it just feels like a talisman for me in terms of my memory of Claire. There's nowhere for me to hang it inside the car, so I just keep it in the little thing between me and the little storage compartment, which isn't the best place for it, but it's always nearby. And I it's nice just looking at it. I think about Claire. But let me go in and get that money and get my day started. I will see you later. So sweet. I think this camera is a little bit more clear than my last one. Unfortunately for you, you gotta look at this face of mine. I'm at the post office. I got 2 more Valentines. I dropped off my 2 packages that had to be shipped off. Oh my God, the sun. Let me see if I can hide from it. There we go. I received 2 more Valentines. I will assume one from Carol. Gotta open this up. The post office here, this is the James C. Brown Jr. facility, which is across from the airport here. I love this airport. The postal workers here are always amazing, friendly, courteous, quick. Oh, look at this card. You are the sprinkled donut in a sea of glaze. Thank you. It's usually a sea of dazed, I think, but glazed, yes. You are very loved by all of your YouTube fans. She said 10,900, give or take. I look forward to each new video you post. Continue to share, shine your inner light so I can continue to care about the special person you are. Thank you, Winnie. Enjoy a visit to Dunkin' on me. I always love to see your first sip of iced coffee. Such a delight. Fondly, longtime listener, Carol. Thank you, Carol. I am always spitting on my dashboard. Thank you, Carol. I do appreciate that. That is very, very sweet. And I will use this Dunkin's gift card in the morning on the way to my trip tomorrow. Tomorrow is a redo of last week's trip, except our layovers are shorter. I believe I go to Columbus, LaGuardia, back to Columbus, I think. This is it's a handmade envelope from Remy here in Las Vegas. Is it the same Remy? Do I have two Remys in my life? It's a handmade card. I don't want to show you her information. Isn't that great? And she wrote a letter here. Oh, my gosh, this penmanship. Remy, I'm just going to show you a little bit of her penmanship. Can you see that? It's like computer font. You people have such perfect handwriting, and I can hardly read mine. Hi, Stephen. Hope you're doing well and your year is off to a good start. I have some questions for your next Q&A. All right. These are great questions. What happens if you injure yourself at work? Do you have any tips for someone to save money as a homeowner? What are your favorite or least favorite things to sell on eBay? These are some very good questions. I will add these to a Q&A sometime very soon. In fact, I could probably do a whole Q&A just from this letter. Let's see. What was your most? I asked because I recently broke my foot. Oh, I'm so sorry, honey. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, that must be awful. I'm so sorry. Luckily, she works from home and sits at a desk for 8 hours a day. I am so sorry to hear about your injury, but I do thank you for your very thoughtful envelope and questions. I'm going to put this right here so I remember to do a Q&A with those questions. I need to escape the sun. I did not eat anything. I am ravenous. I just sat and played a video game, hung out with Eleanor, gave her a little brushing, Buddy, a little bit of love, of course, and just hung out. It's probably about, I don't have my watch on, it's probably about 4 o'clock, 4:30, rush hour, of course, but I'm going to grab something to eat because I'm not up to cooking right now. Oh, and I have to go to the grocery store. I have to go to Sprouts. All right, let's go to Sprouts. I'm at Sprouts. I'm going to grab 2 of these turkey provolone and hummus sandwiches. They're delicious, and I can eat one on the plane tomorrow and maybe have one for lunch the next day. This chickpea salad looks really good. This would be yummy for on the plane. There's edamame in there, chickpeas. Yeah, I'll grab one of these. Not doing these pre-made meals. These used to be like $11, and now they're $15. I can eat at the airport or the hotel for cheaper than that, I think. So, yeah, I'll skip those. These mandarins are always a winner. I can eat these on the plane. The smell of them when you're peeling them is refreshing, kind of keep you awake, but also they're yummy. I'll take those with me. And my favorite yogurt of all time. We'll grab 3 of these in the lemon. So good. And good morning. Look at that sunrise. Good morning, folks. Heading off to Columbus. It is 6:13 a.m. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, guys, welcome to Columbus. Does that look cold and desolate to you? That's exactly what it feels like. We're gonna fly up to LaGuardia and then back here to Columbus for a 19-hour layover. I don't want to go outside. I don't want to go outside. Oh, it's like 11 degrees outside. Columbus, what are you gonna do to me? All right, I just got into the room. It's 9:12. It's freezing in here. I have the air turned up to 76, but it's still blowing cold, like freezing. So I'm gonna head downstairs and see if they can move me to a new room. Like nothing changes when I change these settings. So this is not gonna work. Hey guys, how are ya? They just moved me into a new room. Let me set you up in my lunch bag here. They set me up in the room next door. It's cozy, nice and warm, very, very happy. And then the front desk person called me up to see if I was okay. How nice. I do miss our old hotel. We used to stay at a really cool, hip, little boutique hotel in Short North, I think it's called. Our hotel currently is in the middle of nowhere, but they're very nice, and the shuttle is unbelievable. I'll tell you more about that. It's a sort of relatively short but dramatic story. My hero, our shuttle driver. So our flight today, our day was fairly long, as you know, I'm going to tell you. Our report time was 7 a.m. It was 3 hours and 21 minutes to get to Columbus, an hour and 20-something minutes to get up to LaGuardia, and then another hour and 20 minutes, hour and 25 minutes to get back to Columbus. A very easy day, very light loads, unfortunately. I like a full plane myself. The only fly in my ointment today, or fly in the soup, or whatever you want to say, an unnecessarily large number of passengers got up during turbulence, just after takeoff or just before landing, and many of them, too many of them, trying to open overhead bins, or they were successfully opening the overhead bins and pulling big bags out or rummaging through a bag. And, you know, as a passenger, I would be very aware of when it was safe to move around that cabin. I'd be very aware of when it was safe to unbuckle my seatbelt. With all of the things that have been happening on the news, with all of these collisions, planes turning over. I mean, if people in that aircraft, when that flipped, were unbuckled. Did you see the video? I'm getting on my high horse here. Did you see the video of that plane that was overturned in Toronto? There were passengers with their big backpacks on. You could see them scurrying from the plane. There was one passenger with a purse and a carry-on. One of the first things we tell you is, in the event of an emergency, leave everything. You're trying to find your bag or pull your bag down or whatever. Lives could be lost. And here people are trying to scurry for their backpacks. It's upsetting. It is upsetting. Let me get off that high horse of mine. Please leave everything. So the passengers, an unnecessarily large number of them, were getting up at the wrong time. And there's nothing I can really do other than ask people to remain seated. But it was a lot. It was a lot of people. But that was the biggest challenge I had all day. So, yay. Until we got in the hotel shuttle. So the shuttle here is always amazing. They're always waiting for us when we get here. And on a day when it's 11 degrees out or something like that, we were so grateful to have the shuttle driver waiting for us right there. So perfect. I wanted to use his name on camera because he was our hero, but I don't want to overreach. But so we're in the shuttle, we're driving to the hotel. The driver is expert. He's following speed limits. He's being very mindful when moving through traffic. Well, we're at a stoplight, and we're on a one-way road, and off to my left I see headlights, big huge headlights, flash in our faces as this enormous black pickup truck takes a hard right literally into our faces. He comes so close to us as to hit the driver's side mirror on the shuttle. He hits it and then keeps going. And I look back and I see that the truck turns around. And there was a moment where I was like, is he going to come after us? It just felt like something out of Mad Max, the movie. I mean, it was very dramatic. It happened like this. But our shuttle driver was so quick thinking and so skillful in his driving that we immediately stopped, and I think he got us over as far as he could because he saw the truck coming at us. It was just literally a split second, but it also lasted 20 minutes at the same time, if you know what I'm talking about. But our shuttle driver was so good. Amazing. So we have an app that we use called Crew Connects, where we can write complaints in terms of our hotel experience.
our hotel shuttles, but we can also write compliments. And I sat there and I wrote this, I talk, long letter regarding the skill of our shuttle driver and how he kept us safe. I don't know what would have happened. None of us, I don't think, were wearing seatbelts. And here I was talking about seatbelts on the plane, right? So I'm going to try and be more mindful of wearing a seatbelt on the shuttle. But he really kept us safe. And it was very obvious. Without his skill, it would have been a head-on collision. Yeah, awful. But he definitely was fantastic. When I came back downstairs from my new room, here I'm talking for almost 6 minutes. You're so patient. When I went downstairs to see about switching rooms, he was still on hold with the police because he has to write a police report because he's in a work vehicle, right? So I gave the front desk person my name and my phone number just in case they need a witness to something that was, because we couldn't see a driver's plate, license plate or anything. So in case he needed some sort of witness to say, hey, yes, this is what happened. He wasn't at fault. If anything, he was our hero. So I wrote my phone number down just in case they need that. But blah, blah, blah. I am overtired and over hungry. So I'm going to pull you off of my lunch bag. Oh, look, that's not bad. That's not a bad angle. I'm going to pull you off of my lunch bag. And I forgot all the cans of soup and stuff that I bought to put in my suitcase. I forgot all of that on the kitchen floor. But most of my stuff is still very cold. I'm going to eat this Sprouts. Oh, is it wet inside? I hope it's not wet inside. This Sprouts turkey provolone and hummus sandwich. And I'm going to follow that with some yogurt. All right, so I will see you guys tomorrow morning, probably for that horrible breakfast, but it's free. So blah, blah, blah. I'll see you soon. Bye. Good afternoon, guys. It's probably close to 1 o'clock. I stayed up fairly late last night. I just woke up a little while ago. I had some lunch, some cheese, some crackers, some yogurt, and I'm playing some Starfield. I'm just landing on Earth. I'm finding NASA are over here so I can find out what happened to Earth, what killed the planet. It's very exciting. I'm going to play for a little bit longer and then start getting ready for work. All right, well, it's about 3:15. I'm going to leave my room in a moment. I'm in uniform, so I can't be on camera. I just want to get some ice in my lunch bag, and then I want to go out into that. That's a lie. Ugh. Well, let's go to work. Ugh. All right, it's cold outside, but it's nice and warm here. Thank you so much. Got a sandwich at Starbucks, and I'm waiting for my refresher. A little bit of caffeine. And welcome to Fort Lauderdale. That was a very, very, very nice flight. It's always nice in Columbus. The passengers are just great. One passenger did get up just as we're about to land, and then someone got up while we were waiting for a gate. And when a passenger isn't in their seat and we're on the gate on the ground, we can't move the plane. So it was like, I don't know. Oh, I wanted to grab something hot at Burger King, but it looks like there's a line. I don't know if I have time. Oh well. Oh well. I think it was my only option for food. I will see you in Chicago. Wish I could turn the camera up and talk to you face to face, but when we landed, a 13-year-old boy, super, super sweet kid, apparently he left his wallet on the plane. We found it. We gave it back to the agent. Turns out whoever found it on the aircraft took the money out of his wallet and then threw it on the floor. I mean, people. I'm so upset. All right. I couldn't get anything at Burger King, but this might be an option. I get a sandwich there, but they wanted $12.51 with my discount for a sandwich. No, thank you. I'll just eat my yogurt. All right, let's go to Chicago. It's supposed to be 7 degrees when we get there. Oh my God, what am I doing? Once again, I find myself in Chicago, where it's so cold the snot freezes in your nose. Funny, there's no Christmas carol about snot freezing in your nose. Oh, goodness. Good evening. Actually, technically, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. So, hello. We have had a very long day. They're all long days. Oof. But our report time in where did I sleep last night? Columbus was 4:15, something like that. Super easy flight, super easy flight to Fort Lauderdale. We had a 1 hour 41-minute sit that was scheduled. We arrived a few minutes early though, so that sit was a little bit longer. The challenge is, it was only once one of my coworkers was actually going to the restroom in the back, one of the back labs, that we noticed there was a small, teeny tiny maintenance issue. Well, it turned into forever. The maintenance guy came on board, fixed the problem, but getting the problem written up, and then the logbook had to be looked at, and he went somewhere with the logbook. A little bit of a delay, and it was taking longer than it should have. And then because we were delayed for so long with that, there were some connecting flights, and this is a silver lining. As much as I didn't want the delay, it was perfect because we had 6 other passengers, including a couple with 2 small children, that would not have made the flight normally. So they would have missed their connection. And so as frustrating as that delay was, it was great to have this family and 2 other passengers come on board. The poor dad was just running. He sweat running everywhere. He was bright red. So I kind of snuck some water his way because it looked like he was going to collapse. It was good. Those passengers got on board, but it just took forever. And since we had new passengers come on board, we had more bags get on the plane, and we had to have a change in the bag sheet. That wasn't getting here fast enough. The captain was like, enough. So he literally went out and got that bag sheet taken care of. He is my hero. But yeah, just a long story for just a lot of delays. We finally got in the air, and nobody was really upset or bothered by the delay, thank goodness. Although I did try to keep them informed with a little bit of humor, so that it's hard to be mad at me in those situations. But the passengers today were flawless. A few of them did get up at the wrong time, but for the most part, in the big ways, they were flawless. Really, really nice. We were on a 321 Neo today. My chaser, unbelievable. We had 2 chasers today. My first one, very nice, very nice. My second chaser, loved her. She's talking about transferring to Vegas, and I really do hope she does, because I would love to work with her again. She was spectacular. And we had one of our corporate people on board today, and he was just so charming. And you know, my idea of corporate people in the airline isn't always like sterling. But he was really fantastic. He's just a really, really great guy. I won't tell you the department he works for, but I have to say I feel much better about certain aspects of our company. He was spectacular. He was fantastic. Really charming. I really felt like we connected. I heard he offered some information, and just a great guy. And on the topic, if it hasn't been announced by the news, some good news in terms of our company's financial stability and our future. So some very, very good news. I'm sure that's going to show up in the news sometime soon. You all know who I work for. I can't tell you, but there's been good news. Good news was announced today, so I'm much happier. Not a lot of you, but a number of you folks have been sort of doomsayers because you care about me. You want my best, the best for me. A few of you were like, "Get out now!" Today's news was just reinforcing that we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. I have a job. I love my job. Really great crew, blah, blah, blah. A very nice day, just long. You saw me buy a sandwich at Starbucks, and I wanted to get something at the airport as well. I did pack food for this trip, I swear. But I'm kind of portioning it out. I didn't take as much as I thought I had. So I'm keeping one of my sandwiches that I bought at Sprouts, the turkey hummus and provolone sandwich. It's so delicious. I'm saving that for tomorrow. It's 1:15 in the morning, but I'm starving. So I got a chicken Caesar salad. That looks so good, doesn't it? From downstairs in the lobby. I don't even want to know how much I paid for it, but I'm going to enjoy the salad. I'm going to leave my laptop packed away so I don't stay up until 4 in the morning playing video games. And that's it for today. That's it for today. It feels like day 5 of a week-long trip, but it's only the end of day 2, if you can believe it. Oh my God. So tomorrow we are also on a 321 Neo for 2 legs, I believe. And then we come back here to Chicago. And then day 4, we've got one leg back home. That's very nice. So blah, blah, blah. Let me let you go. I'm going to enjoy my salad, and I will see you tomorrow morning. All right? Toodaloo. Oh, look at the shaved Parmesan. So good. Did you notice, before I dig into my salad, did you notice my numbers? My subscriber number, my subscriber count finally ticked to 11,000. Do you know how long it's taken me to amass 11,000 subscribers? I've been filming for over 7 years. And well, my channel isn't easy to love because you never know what you're going to get. Look, I'm thrifting. Here are my cats. Here's a museum. Who knows what's going on? There's no focus. But I could not be more pleased and more honored that you take the time that you take to watch my long, crazy, random videos. I am so pleased and so honored that you give your time to me in watching my videos. So thank you so much. 11,000 subscribers. I'm so pleased. All right, I'm going to eat my salad now. The chicken's very good. All right, see you tomorrow. And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. So it is just past 2 o'clock. It's like 5 past 2. I'm figuring I should probably get out of bed. I didn't get to sleep last night until probably 3 o'clock. I got to the room, I had my salad, just farting around online. I probably didn't get to bed till 3, maybe even to sleep later than that. But I didn't wake up until noon, so fine. I just realized today's the 21st. Today's the 21st. Today's the first day of open time for seniority-based open time. So before jumping in the shower, I've got 1 hour before I have to be at the shuttle downstairs. So I have to jump in the shower and get ready for work. But before I do that, I want to go online and see if I can swap out one trip. There's one trip I really want to swap out of. And today we're on a 321 Neo again. And so we're flying to Houston. We're completely full going down to Houston. And I think we've got a handful of open seats on the way back tonight. We have got a 15-something hour layover. Technically, I could probably do this open time thing tonight before going to sleep. But I think I'm going to try and do it now. So let me talk to you later. I will see you probably either at the airport, or if I can't film anything, I'll see you later on tonight here in Chicago. Ooh, no surprise, I was randomed here in Chicago, but I can't complain too much. I haven't been randomed in a couple days, so very good. I'm off to get a coffee and then on to Houston. Oh my God, I'm so glad to be in this room. Let me take this uniform off and I'll tell you about my day. And hello there, hi, welcome back to Chicago. Look at the bags under my eyes. Oh my God. Today's been very long, of course. I'm always telling you how long my days are. But it was good. The day was also very good. Long, but good. We met some amazing passengers today. I had some amazing crewmates. I've told you I've really had a great crew. I had a different chaser today. She's our 5th flight attendant because we're working on our largest aircraft. She's from Chicago and an absolute doll. Excuse me, I got a little heartburn. An absolute doll. So funny, hardworking, really, really fantastic. Had a great chaser today. My crew is just awesome in general. But our first leg of the day, super easy. The first, I think in one of the first rows near me, we had this couple that were just really fantastic, and I was having a wonderful time talking to them. And she shared some health stories. She's been through cancer a couple times, and she's actually going through some of that now. But you know, we were talking about how sometimes these physical things can really hone our appreciation for life, for the people around us, for And it's just, I hate to say it. I mean, as horrible as physical illness is, there are times that that you learn things and you see things in different ways that you really can appreciate stuff that might have been sort of okay before. But we just had a wonderful time. And 3 or 4 times she gave me little pieces of chocolate. I was very happy for them. But just a wonderful couple. And she has the best husband ever. It was just really a treat to meet them. And our passengers on the other side of the aircraft, super, super nice. One young lady was going through some, issues. She seriously, clearly had some problems going on because she seemed okay. And then all of a sudden, near the end of our flight, she's wiping tears away. And so, I love being the guy with the tissues right away. Here, And, I asked, is there anything I can do? Would you like a drink or a snack or something? Or, is there anything I can do? And, the answer is no, I can't do anything. But my coworker, I can't tell you who she is, but she's a she. She is such a good person. She's such a good, nice person. She's just genuinely nice. She also happens to look like Farrah Fawcett in a way with red hair. I mean, she's a beautiful, beautiful girl. But this young lady who was crying, she was kind of falling apart a little bit. When she noticed, she went in and she was able to say, is there anything you want to talk about? Do you want to get something off your chest? Do you want to talk? And she did. And my coworker was a safe enough person, clearly, because she's such a good person, to open up to, and she did. And she shared some things that are going on in her life that are just not great. And my coworker just cared for her in a way that I haven't seen other flight attendants care for passengers. I mean, she is just really a remarkable lady. Just a nice person. So it was a pleasure. Our next leg was a little harder. Boarding was challenging. Boarding was really challenging in a lot of ways. But we had some great passengers up in front, a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm, some tequila, which helped. But really, really nice passengers. Just had a nice day. It was nice. It was long, but it was nice. We had a short delay leaving. We had a short delay this afternoon getting on our plane for the first leg because the plane came in from an international destination and departure and had to go have a security search or a safety search done before we could board. And then the second leg of the day, we had a little bit of a delay as well. And it kind of piles up and it's a little exhausting. It's exhausting. The delays are exhausting. But, a great crew, great passengers. You really can't beat it. So we just got back to the hotel and I'm going to have a little snackaroo. Then I'm going to crawl in bed with my phone and probably death scroll for an hour or two. I'm contemplating getting breakfast tomorrow. So if I do, I'll take you along with me for breakfast. But for now, I'm just going to crawl in that bed and I've got 15 hours of rest and relaxation. And we're back home tomorrow night by like 8 o'clock. 8:30, something like that, p.m. And I just can't wait to get back to my cats. I just miss them so much. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning. All right, toodaloo. It is 2:47. I never trust a hotel room clock to be telling me the accurate time. It's always wrong. But for some reason, it's correct today. I'm going to thank this bed for its service. It performed laudably. I'm going to head downstairs now for the shuttle. You can't see me because I'm in uniform. I'm going to have one of these that I got at Costco for a lunch sort of thing. I'm hoping to find something at the airport before we take off. But one leg to Las Vegas. Let's go home to the cats. A quick stop at McDonald's because that protein shake lasted me just about as long as the shuttle drive to the airport. And welcome back to Las Vegas. I'm going to grab a soda and then hit the car. And I'll give you a little debrief on the day when I get there. Hey guys, how are ya? Welcome back to my car, Shimi. Yes, I still call my car Shimi. My first car here in Las Vegas was Shimi. This car is Shimi. And my next car
will probably be Shimi. Shimi is one of the 3 words or dialects for the word cat in Tibetan. No surprise to anybody here. But today felt longer than it really was, mostly because we had such a late report time. Most often, as you may have noticed, my report times on the East Coast seem to be like 4 a.m., 4:50 a.m., just usually super, super early, which I can handle, but I much prefer a later report time. Our report time today was 3:40. It did sort of make for a longer day, only because I can complain about anything, can I? It just felt a little bit longer because there was a later start and, getting into Las Vegas at 6 something, where I usually get into Vegas by like 10 or 11 o'clock in the morning. So it felt longer than it was, but it was an extraordinary flight. Today's flight was absolutely perfect. Our passengers were remarkable, absolutely perfect, perfection. Every single one of them paid attention to the safety rules. I lied. I just lied to you. There were a group of 3 people who weren't really following directions from one of my coworkers, asking them to prepare for landing. They wouldn't put their tray table away. And, I'm not going to tell the pilot or the captain to not land the plane, but for their safety, that tray table really should be stowed away. And so they weren't listening to my coworker. So they asked me to go over and talk to the passenger. So I said, hi guys, could I ask you to please put the tray table away for landing? This is, for your safety. Just like that, super nice, super pleasant, super respectful. And they looked up at me and they just kind of gave me this little head nod, like, what? And I said, could you please just put the tray table away for landing? Thank you so much. Just like that. And they looked at me and they had a salad on their tray table and a bag of rice, cooked rice. I don't know why, but they put their hand in, got a big handful of rice in their hand and threw it in the bowl and in the salad and looked up at me again. And I'm like, hi, I really do need you to please put that tray table away for your safety. And then the other 2 people in that seat section had their bags on their lap after they had been asked to put their bags away. Now, if you're not a flight attendant, these things might seem very simple and, not really a problem. But especially after all of the tragedies that have happened in the industry in the past few weeks, there are very simple things that could save your life. And one of those is not having your tray table down. If we were to land hard, for example, uncontrolled or something, if that tray table is down, you can't get into your brace position, which you'd have to be in to really protect yourselves, or your child or whoever's near you. And worst case, that tray table could just literally crush you if we were to hit. It's the simplest of things. Just please put your tray table away. But they made it very difficult. I'm making it sound bigger than it was. But it's just, please, with all the tragedies that have happened, please listen to your flight attendants. And then the other 2 ladies had put their bags away, but they took them out again when the flight attendant had left. So I said, ladies, could you please put your bags under the seat in front of you? Thank you so much. It just seemed like, I don't know. Not disrespectful to me, just lacking in respect for their own safety. Whatever. But beyond that, we had some extraordinary people on the plane. Really beautiful, 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 beautiful flight. Nobody got up at the wrong time. We did have some moderate turbulence, which is bad enough where you want to hold on to your drinks because they're going to go flying. But just a great flight. And I have to say, maybe 20% of the people who got off the plane were like, oh my God, this was so great. You were so fun. Thank you for making me feel better, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I just had an amazing group of passengers. And as I've said it before, my crew is fantastic, especially the person who worked up in front with me. I mean, they were just really just what I needed. And I had a couple great chasers as well. So blah, blah, blah. Really nice day. I'm going to go home with a full belly, give the cats their treats, and then we're all going to go to bed. because Steven needs a little sleepy pie. So with that, I'm going to say thank you very much for joining me on this trip today, and I will see you again very soon. All right, toodaloo, fly safe, bye.